sharing compelling stories from the past. I'm Valentina Wilson in your community. The New Bern Historical Society's Hallowed Ground Lantern Tour starts next week. Actors Heron Beatty and John Rock are here with me today, along with the interim programs director, Kathy Morrison. Thank you all for coming out.
Yes.
And to you two gentlemen for dressing the part today.
Oh, yes.
You are some of the reenactors that people will be able to see. Heron, let's start with you.
Yes.
Tell me about your role.
My character is Arthur Simmons, and considering from where he come from here in New Bern to where he ended up in the White House in his journey, it's a great compelling story. And actually what he is about is reflecting almost where we are today. I did additional research on the time period. Valentina, did you know that at the same time, 1863, when he went into the White House, Harriet Tubman was leading a troop of black soldiers in Kansas?
So you've really done your research here, and these reenactors are portraying historical figures. And I never heard of your character, and 40 years of being connected to the White House.
Yes.
That says a lot, and you get that history right here from the colonial capital. John, tell me who you are portraying.
I'm playing Gabriel Rains, one of the infamous Baum brothers from New Bern. His brother George and himself are very instrumental in helping create the explosives and torpedoes and stuff for the South during the Civil War. He developed them when he was out west fighting the Indians in the Indian Territory. And then they both, after the war, kind of went their separate ways, but still was involved in the explosive industry.
Your face kind of lights up when you talk about that. Are you into explosives?
I have dabbled a little bit, and plus I did a little research, and I enjoy doing Civil War stuff, so this is a bonus for me.
Yeah, a rare opportunity. And Kathy, when does this program begin, and how do people take part in it?
This is March 20th to 22nd, and it runs 6 to 9 in the evening. And folks can get tickets at, if they go to www.newbernhistorical.org, or just give us a call at 638-8558, and you can pick your time slot. We ask you to pick what time slot, half-hour time slot you want between 6 and 8:30. And
we're seeing in these photos, everyone looks the part. This is going to happen March 20th through the 22nd at Battlefield Park. What is it like to be out there?
It's really a wonderful place. It was untouched for 100 years after the battle that was there, and the Historical Society was able to take that in and have made it into a park. There are walking paths all through it, and to be there in the evening with all the lanterns and all the characters is really striking. The stories are all compelling, and it's really an interesting thing to be.
It comes to life. For those who don't know, where is Battlefield Park?
Battlefield Park, the address is 300 Battlefield Trail. It is off of 70, just in the Taberna subdivision. So if you go to the Dunkin' Donuts, turn right at Dunkin' Donuts, cross the railroad track, go left, and you'll be at the park.
Yep.
A great place to host this. For you, Heron, how does it feel being a part of living history? What's it like for you to come to life in this character?
It was actually some emotional points in it, because I really like to delve into what could have been the energy, the spirit of the being in that time. And when you realize what he was truly up against, it can be tight. But I've been doing this type of thing a long time, this history in New Bern, and I appreciate being a part of it, because it is stuff as the American people we need to know as a nation.
And keeping those stories alive is a big part of it. John, what do you want as the takeaways for someone who comes along? What do you want them to take away from these lantern tours?
To experience the actual living history, like Heron said, so they get a visual instead of just a book. You can see it actually happen, hear stories from people who are, there, telling their stories of what they experienced during that time frame. You know.
I love that. And Kathy, New Bern Historical Society is a nonprofit. I would imagine the need is always there. Tell us how you are able to bring these wonderful programs to the area and what your needs are.
Well, we have a number of programs. Some of the programs themselves are fundraisers, but we maintain Battlefield Park as it's free and open to the public during daylight hours. So that's one of the projects we work on maintaining. We also offer a number of educational programs throughout the year. And our biggest program is Ghost Walk, which is another storytelling program where folks throughout the historic area of the city will find characters who will again tell their own stories for you.
And we featured the Historical Society this week talking about the history that you can see and read at the Doubletree by Hilton on Middle Street. So another way that you can see what the Historical Society is doing right here in our community. So again, March 20th through the 22nd, that's when you can check out the Lantern Tour at Battlefield Park, right there at the Taberna entrance. If people want to support your programs, how do they reach out to you?
Again, just give us a call, 638-8558, or go to the website, and there they can learn about all the different programs, and there's a button they can push there to help as well. Or if you want to volunteer, we're always looking for volunteers. Everybody involved with all the programs, all the actors are volunteers, all the supporting folks are volunteers. So yeah, we want you to come and help.
All right, help out. Kids, adults, everyone's welcome, and you don't have to be a history buff to enjoy. Thank you for coming out today.
Thank you.
I'm Valentina Wilson in your community.